Okay. So we are going to work on division. We're just going to have a few problems of division. You're going to do a division exit ticket for me just so I can see how we're doing. And then you have a fun Halloween activity to do. So let's get started. So I want you to have a piece of paper, write every step out with me so that way you can practice dividing. So we're going to do it both ways. We'll do it box way and we'll do it the regular way. So I'll probably add that as a question to see how many of you, which ways you are doing the division. Okay, so we've got it both ways. First rule is to bring up the decimal in both. Okay. 8 will not go into 6, so I'm going to do a 0. 0 times 8 is 0. 6 minus 6 is 6 minus 0 is 6. Bring down my 6. 8 will go into 66. How many times? 8. 8 times 8 is 64. And 6 minus 4 is 2. Now I'm going to bring down my other 2. And that's going to make it 22. Well, now I'm just going to see how many times will 8 go into 22? 2. 2 times 8 is 16. And then 22 minus 16, I'm going to make that a 1. And that's a 12. And then 12 minus 6 is 6. I've got one more number to bring down, and that's going to make it 4. 8 will go into 64, and we've already said 8 times. 8 times 8 is 64. Guys, use your multiplication chart if you need to, okay? All right, let's do it on this side. 8 goes into 6 0 times. 0 times 8 is 0. And that is going to be 6. Bring that 6 up. 8 will go into 66 8 times. 8 times 8 is 64. That's going to be 2. And then I bring that 2 up. 8 goes into 22 2 times. 2 times 8 is 16. And I already know that's going to be 6. Bring that up. 8 goes into 64. 8 times 8 is 64. I have nothing left over. All right. Okay. Let's try another problem. All right. 2, 5. All right, 6 and 5/10. Divide that by 2. Okay. The first thing you do is to bring up your decimal. 2 goes into 6 3 times. 3 times 2 is 6. I subtract that. That is 0. Bring down my 5. This one's going to be a little tricky, okay? 2 goes into 5 2 times. 2 times 2 is 4. And now I have a 1 left. Now, here's the thing. With decimals, you can add a 0. And we were going to talk about this next week, but I'll just do this problem since we've already got it. You can add a 0. You can add 20,000 zeros if you wanted to. If you have a remainder, when you have a decimal problem, I would add a 0 and see if that takes care of your remainder. So if I put a 0 up here, that just means I have one more number to bring down. 2 will go into 10 5 times. 5 times 2 is 10. See that the fact that I added that 0 took away my remainder. And so now I can just say that that the answer is 3 and 25 hundredths, okay? So I'm going to very sloppily add a 0 over here. 2 goes into 6 3 times. 3 times 2 is 6. 0, bring it up. 2 goes into 5 2 times. 2 times 2 is 4. Bring that up. And then 2 goes into 10 5 times. All right. thunder. All right, let's go ahead. Let's do like 2 more problems. All right. This one and 164. All right, 2 goes into 1 and 164 thousandths. Make my box. Okay. So how many times? Well, the first thing is to bring up that decimal. That is the number 1 rule. 2 goes into 1 0 times. 0 times 2 is 0. And that leaves me 1. Now I need to bring the other one down. 2 goes into 11 5 times. 5 times 2 is 10. 11 minus 10 is 1. Bring down that 6. How many times will 2 go into 16? 8. 8 times 2 is 16. 0. I bring down my 4. 2 will go into 4 2 times. 2 times 2 is 4. Okay? All right, let's do it on the other side. Bring up that decimal. 2 goes into 1 0 times. 2 times 0 is 0. And that is 1. 2, I brought that 1 up. 2 goes into 11 5 times. 5 times 2 is 10. And that is going to be 1. Bring my 1 up. 2 goes into 16 8 times. 8 times 2 is 16. And now I'm going to subtract, and that's 0. 0 goes up here. 2 goes into 4 2 times. 2 times 2 is 4. And that is 0. All right, let's do another one. All right. $2.45. 1. This one we might have to add a 0. I'm not sure. Oh, no, it's 5. So we probably not. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and draw my box. Okay. I'm going to bring my decimal up. That's my hand cramp. I squeezed too tight. All right. Looking at that one at a time, 5 goes into 2 0 times. 0 times 5 is 0. And that is 2. Bringing down my 4. 5 goes into 24. It wouldn't be 5 because that would be 25. So you want to back up and do 4. And 4 times 5 is 20. Okay. 24 minus 20 is 4. 5 times 4. Did I miss a step? What did I do? What should I have done there? I subtracted. Right, so now I need to bring down. How many times will 5 go into 45? 9. 9 times 5 is 45. And that is 0. I'm going to bring down my 1. 5 goes into 1 0 times. 0 times 5 is 0. So I've got a remainder. Now, like I did in the other problem, you can add a 0 after the problem, and it's not going to affect it. If anything, it helps you because it gets rid of that remainder. So I'm going to bring that 0 down, and that turns that into a 10. How many times can I pull 5 out of 10? 2. 2 times 5 is 10, and that is 0. And there's your answer. Okay, so let's go on to this one. Same problem. You know that we're going to have to add a 0, so I'm going to go ahead and very sloppily add that 0 in right there. 5 goes into 2 0 times. 0 times 5 is 0. 2 minus 0 is 2. I bring that 2 up. 5 goes into 24 4 times. 4 times 5 is 20. And that is 4. Now, 5 goes into 45 9 times. 9 times 5 is 45. And that's 0. I bring that 0 up. 5 goes into 1 0 times. And then that is subtracted. Now, remember, you don't want to leave a remainder for decimals, so you put your 1 there. 5 goes into 10 2 times. 2 times 5 is 10. Okay? And that would be 0. All right, so I want you to work on the decimal exit ticket next. And let me know if you have any problems, need any help. I can't get this off of here. Why will it not go? Oh, there it goes. Okay, and just do your best on the exit ticket, okay? All right, bye.